This is Al Retmer and Governor Hogan. 2020 session starts on Wednesday, and we're going to talk about your prison industry and mass incarceration. We're going to talk about the militarization of your policing department. Johnny Oleski. I was making a movie about your prison industry and the elected officials that get paid to lock Black Baltimore up. The laws y'all write to lock us up. It's a movie about Governor O'Malley, Governor Hogan. All right? It's a movie. Now, he got the screenplay. It's called I Am Dred Scott. And these are the supporters of Shorty's. Bobby Zirkin, Councilman Quirk, Glenn. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of this. Right here, this is Dr. Lamont Hill. When I put that toilet in front of Towson, Dr. Lamont Hill's name was on it. Dr. Lamont Hill's information was on it. It was what it was. It is what it is. We talking about your prison industry. This isn't my right. This is Spike Lee. This is Khalif Browder's story.
In May of 2010, 16-year-old Khalif Browder was walking home from a party in the Bronx when he was stopped by the police and arrested for robbery. With his family unable to make the $10,000 bail, he was hauled off to one of the toughest jails in the country, Rikers Island. He would then spend the next 3 years there locked up for a crime he never committed. In June of 2013, all the charges were dropped. So why did it take over 3 years for prosecutors to determine that they didn't have a case against Khalif? Well, Khalif and his attorney, Paul Prestia, are here right now demanding answers. They join us at HuffPost Live. Welcome both to you.
Well, Mark.
Khalif, I want to start right with you. What happened that night?
Well, that night I had came from a party on 3rd Avenue with some friends, and I was going home, and that's when I was stopped by police officers, and they was explaining to me that there was a guy in one of their police cars that was saying that I allegedly robbed them, and they had searched me, and the guy actually said, at first he said I robbed him and I didn't have anything on me. And that's
you say nothing, you mean no weapon and none of his property?
No weapon, no money, anything he said that I allegedly robbed him for. So the guy actually changed up his story and said that I actually tried to rob him, and then another police officer came and they said that I robbed him 2 weeks prior, and then they said we're gonna take you to the precinct and most likely we're gonna let you go home, and then I never went home. They took me to the precinct and I was there.
So you go to the precinct, you're...
All right, Dr. Lamont Hill, like I said, the same thing. I seen Spike Lee about a month ago. He was up here, all right? I tried to get him this story. That's Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court, all right? 2013, all right? I was locked up in Illinois and Maryland for terrorism. Y'all charged me with terrorism. I was doing a reentry program about the prison industry. 1402 Lochner. I was kidnapped by the state for filming a documentary about racism in the Lake County judicial system. The same way that you did the Khalif Browder story, I was already doing it. Dr. Lamont Hill knew about it from the beginning when he was working for Fox 45. When he was working for Fox with Bill O'Reilly. He was going to Temple University. Yeah. Dr. Lamont Hill, Don Lemon, Jane Miller. A litany of the media knew. Lester Holt. Because like I said, it's a documentary. You kidnapped me from my family, my mother, my grandmother, my family. This is the media that knew all about it. Because y'all make a lot of money off of locking up black bodies. Gayle King. Yeah. Black on black racism. Black selling out the black community. I worked for you and you left me in jail. That's the Attorney General. Because like I said, this is like the Khalif Browder story, except I'm more detailed. I'm showing the money behind the machine. And Mayor Pugh is my main witness. Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake. Governor Hogan. Department of Justice. Fox 45, John Rydell. Like I said, we're talking about the prison industry and mass incarceration. Dear Miss Deborah Gion, she is the member of the ACLU in Maryland. All right. Officer. There are over 135 inmates. 135 inmates. They get treated the same way that Khalif Browder got treated that you didn't say nothing about. 135 inmates that the ACLU know about. 135 inmates that Congressman Cummings know about. Like I said, I went to jail in 2007 to prove this point. This is 13 years later. 13 years later, this is what I got to offer you. Maryland's prison industry. Governor O'Malley and Governor Brown money machine. It's the money machine. The money behind the machine. Like I said, that's Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. Because I want to take this case to the Supreme Court. The NAACP got it. The ACLU got it. President Obama got it. Boehner got it. Eric Holder got it. Yeah, I'm showing you the people that got it so that y'all don't kill me and I don't end up dead. Brian Frost got this. This is consumer protection fraud. Brian Frost knew about this since 2014. Mayor Pugh been knowing about it since 2000, since I started in 2008. Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake. Like I said, a federal and a state audit. A federal and a state audit, and we'll bring an end to all of this. Because it's the money behind your prison industry. Jane Miller's I-team won't report this. Because they make a lot of money off of this too. Jane Miller got rich off of this. Her criminal investigative reporting. Yeah. To demonize Black Baltimore. There go Governor Hogan. There go Governor Hogan and Al Redmer. That's Governor Hogan and Al Redmer. That's the new face of old Jim Crow, 2020. Racism don't work without black cooperation, and I'm going to rat y'all out. Bobby Zirkin made a lot of money, and y'all got after Cheryl Glenn. Well, you need to go after Bobby Zirkin, Councilman Quirk. The same way that you went after Cheryl Glenn, go after Bobby Zirkin. Go after Councilman Quirk. Start arresting white people for the same racism and the same corruption. Start arresting white people for the same corruption. Because like I said, that's Baltimore County Detention Center. That's Bobby Zirkin. I'm showing you the money that they make behind the machine. That's Rikers Island. That's Tim Tennyson. Yeah. Nathaniel Pullum. That's my lawyer. Client. That's my lawyer, Thomas Saunders. That's Mr. O'Neill. And that's 2010. You received it. 2011. Like I said, that's Bopa. I'm famous for this. Y'all made me famous for toilets. It's slavery. A narrative life of a slave. And this the Underground Railroad. Governor Hogan had this. Governor O'Malley had this. My lawyer had this. That DVD, you had that. Y'all left me in jail with that. That's Judge Turnbull. And he had it too. Denying me due process. Schellenberger was violating his oath of office. Schellenberger. You got that. You feel me? Theft. Yeah. Crimes involving theft. Unlawful use of goods. See who got that? Governor O'Malley, the ACLU, Senator Cardin, Senator Cummings, Mikulski, Maryland Lawyers Association. Y'all talking about Rikers Island? Well, we're going to focus on Baltimore County Detention Center, a federal investigation. Yeah. I told y'all to take your campaign signs down. So I put all my information on the campaign sign. That's Marilyn Mosby. And that's Senate Bill 374, accessing the grand jury. We want to access to the grand jury about your prison industry and your corruption and your money that you make off of black bodies. Do your job or lose your job. 2020, I want a federal investigation in Marilyn Mosby's office, Governor Hogan, and right here, 2007. Yeah, that's the case right there, 86 CF. That's the case that you took in front of the grand jury to get an indictment. But I was innocent of all charges. Schellenberger knowingly took false evidence to the grand jury. I want due process and equal protections. 2020, I want my rights protected. That's my federal ID number. And that's your media. Yeah, this been going on for a long time. Roland Martin got this. See that? Roland Martin. Lake County, Illinois. Inmate property inventory report. Release all material to the voters. Baltimore Sun, 98 Rock, NBC, ABC. Like the Khalif Browder story. Here I am. State prosecutor got this in September. Mosby got it 2016. So we're going to make sure that everything is told. These are the supporters of Shorty's. Costello won't do nothing about it. Brooks won't do nothing about it. But that's your prison industry. That's the Creative Alliance. That's BOPA. That's Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake and Commissioner Davis, because I told you I was doing this. We're going to show you the money behind black bodies. We're going to show you the honey and the money behind black bodies. And we're going to show you the politicians that get paid off of it. Yeah, I'm a mentor. And we're going to talk about Jane Miller and WBAL's I-Team. I was kidnapped. I was supposed to be in Vegas. Just like the Khalif Browder story. If I go to jail, we got to share that toilet. That toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. A toilet take your shit every day. But in jail, I got to share that toilet. And we're going to share this truth. That's the Department of Justice. That's the IRS. And that's Marilyn Mosby. So let's talk about this for 2020 session. Let's talk about my whistleblower's application that you got. Let's talk about the new face of old Jim Crow.